Hi, my name's Victoria and I'm here in Brazil. I don't know what your plans were for today, but I had lots of them. Yesterday was gorgeous, it was sunny, and I had all these different ideas for today. It's Sunday, there's so much we could do. Go on the beach, have some fun, and it's raining. And all my plans went out the window, and it's got me thinking about perspective. It's interesting, isn't it? Where our mind is, how we think about things, seems to make such a difference in life. In fact, I've been reading a book this week of a famous person who has had major health issues. And the basic theme of the book was your perspective changes with gratitude. And there's so much truth to that. How we look at something really impacts how we feel about it, how we perceive it. In fact, I wonder at times about us as Christians living in an illusion that life should be perfect. I gave my life to Jesus, everything should be perfect. This should be happening and that should be happening and the other should be happening. And I wonder some days if the word should really ought to be banned from our vocabulary. Because what makes us think that following the one that went to the cross means that life should be perfect? The very heartbeat of our Christian faith is a belief in a God who was willing to sacrifice, a Jesus who would suffer that we might be free. Christianity is full of so much tension and seeming contradiction and yet beauty. The outline is not a God who sat in heaven, made the world perfect, it stayed perfect, and he ignored our sin and everything remained perfect. No. It's a God who did all that was needed that we might be set free, all that was necessary that we might find hope, that he humbled himself. Jesus humbled himself, that we might be lifted up, that we might be set free, that we might be made whole. I was watching an Instagram video today of a man that was talking about a lobster. How does a lobster grow? That's what he said. And he talks about the fact that a lobster has a shell. You know how a lobster grows? It has to molt. It has to shed its shell and create a new shell. It has to come to a point where it is so uncomfortable with the shell that it has that it needs to shed it, create a new one, and grow. And I wonder if we get caught up with ways of thinking and ways of acting, and even things that we believe in that are not the things of God. Could it be that there are perspectives that need to be shed, ideas that need to be thrown off, that we might truly be free? And it led me to reflect on those famous words, you could probably quote them, from Philippians 4. And in Philippians 4 verse 8, the Apostle Paul writes, "Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about these things. Whatever you have learned or received or heard from me or seen in me, put it into practice, and the God of peace will be with you." That's Philippians 4 verses 8 to 9. But he talks about a shift of perspective. He doesn't just say, oh, you gave your life to Jesus, things are going to be perfect, that's great. No, he doesn't say that. He says, think about good things. Shift your perspective. Don't dwell on the lies. There is an evil one who wants us to dwell on things that will rob and steal our peace. And there is a God in heaven who is longing that we might shift our focus to him. See, Jesus didn't just die, rise again, and go to heaven. He knew that we needed help. He sent his Spirit. And it is the Spirit that can enable us to have the mind of Christ. It's the Spirit that brings the fruit of the Spirit, peace and love and joy. It is those things that give us a different perspective. And in the midst of whatever you're dealing with today, as insignificant as a rainy day, as difficult as marital issues or health issues or challenges with family or friendship struggles, whatever it is you're facing, is your mind fixed on what you don't have, what isn't there, on the struggle, on the questions, on the whys, and how did this happen to me? Could it be that, like the lobster, growth truly comes in those uncomfortable places as we shed the things we don't know and may never know, and start to dwell on what we do know? That God can be with us in the most difficult of places. Emmanuel, God with us, here, now. And as we shift our attention, Lord, I'm dwelling on things that are not of you. I need your peace, I need your hope, I need your joy. As we shift our attention, as we seek those things that come from his Spirit, might things not change? Could it be that today is a day that you, like me, need a change of perspective? And might it be that in the discomfort, like the lobster, we might actually be preparing for change? May God bless you. Have a great day.